Hello, Sava here from Sava Talks Football. Just did a short, but I thought I'd extend it into a bit of a longer video. What makes me laugh is this. I can't understand how all the Tottenham YouTube community can't understand they're all on the same page, but just coming at it from different angles. Everyone has to be, I'm right, I'm right, I'm right. I don't get it. At the end of the day, we all want Enic out, or most of us that are true to what we want from the club want Enic out. It doesn't really matter what you think of Antonio Conte, does it? Really? Antonio Conte is not the first manager that's going to suffer the Levy and Enic wrath. He's not the first manager that's not been backed by Levy and Enic. He won't be the last manager that's not backed. I think when people come to terms with it, it makes it a lot easier to stop believing that you live in an echo chamber, right? Antonio Conte, right? I'm not seeing this huge Conte out protest that I keep reading or listening to on YouTube channels. I'm not seeing loads of people say Conte out. What I'm seeing is people like me saying, I just don't care. I just don't care if Antonio Conte is the manager of Tottenham Hotspur or not. And why don't I care? That's probably the obvious question. Why don't I care? He's a serial winner, Sava. Of course you should care. Well, yeah, he's a serial winner for clubs where he goes in, gets money immediately and wins. Of course. We're not that. Tottenham Hotspur are not that. We are not immediate winners. This wasn't a club he could come in, get 3 or 4 top players and win the league. And that's what the man is. That's no disrespect to him. That's an art. That's a skill set. But why are fans now confused as to why other fans like me don't care if he's here? Spurs are never going to be a club that do that under this ownership. So yeah, over here in this box over here that you can't see, yeah, what do we do to get rid of the owners? How do we change this for the future? Because it's not happening now, so how do we change it for the future? But for the right now, is Antonio Conte the right man? Well, clearly not, because Antonio Conte is coming out and talking about, well, you know, we should be a club that's got 260 to 70 million pound signings a year each window, which I'm assuming he means should go immediately into the 11. But instead, what he's telling us is, well, the club want younger players. That's their vision. Younger players on lower salaries. So straight away, you've got a vision here from a manager and a vision here from an owner that don't match. Now, that could be true of all managers coming in, but all managers aren't winners. So for managers like Harry Redknapp, like when we had Pochettino, like with AVB, these people weren't born winners. They weren't people that have gone to loads of clubs and been serial winners. So it was okay. We weren't expecting them to come in and win. But any fan that's expecting these owners to come in, this manager to come in and immediately be backed with the type of players it needs to win the league is dreaming. And some of us said this. Some of us said this when he joined. But we were told we were negative and they were finally going to back him and that the penny had dropped. No, it hadn't. For anyone who supported this club long enough, they would know the penny's not dropped. They would know that isn't the goal of these owners. So for me, people are having the wrong debate. It's not about Conte out. It's about what's the point in him being here. What's the point? He will not be able to achieve what he is used to, the same way Jose couldn't. So I think we're looking at the wrong debate. The bigger picture is we should all be united on Enic and Levy out. But certain YouTubers, all they want to do is push this narrative of, oh my God, if you're Enic out, then you can't. If you're Conte out, you can't be Enic out. It's like, just grow up, man. Stop. It's stupid. It's silly. It's silly. People are allowed to not like a manager's style of play, but absolutely detest the owners. Because newsflash, something I've learned because I'm an adult, is more than one thing can be true at once. 20 things can be true at once. 100 things can be true at once. Keep going. You get the drift. So for me, the right question should be, right, how are we protesting? What are we doing? What's the movement? Which I'm going to be involved in. How can we get them out? How can we protest against this club so that in years down the line, the owners aren't here? Nothing's going to change with Conte, I'm afraid. Nothing's going to change in the next 6, 12, 18 months. There is a reason this man was brought in on a short-term contract. If he was really the man that the club wanted to build and to have a project, which we know he's not anyway, he would not have been brought in on an 18-month contract. For me, it was a contract born out of convenience for one person not having a job and no big jobs around at that time. and being offered a whack of money, and owners that were scampering around, if that's the right word, to appease a fan base that they had royally peed off with the appointment of Nuno and the poor football. Put that together and it works for that short space of time. Now we're in the bigger picture here, this bubble. You realise it doesn't work. It was never going to work. Managers like Jose, managers like Conte are born winners. Come in and win. Give them the cash. Buy them top players. Never going to happen with Conte. Told people this. Lots get it. Lots got it. But all of a sudden now people are using this as a narrative to say they were right when they weren't. They believed it. I was told by YouTubers as well. I was told by certain YouTubers that, well, if he wasn't backed in the summer, he'd walk. Which he didn't. And now they're backtracking, going, oh, no. Well, what I actually meant, no. You, come on, let's get this right. We are all Enic and Levy out, or most of us are. Let's unite. Let's stop this who's right, who's wrong. Let's pull together, right? Antonio Conte is a great manager for what he's done in football. Antonio Conte is not going to be a great manager at Tottenham Hotspur. Two very different subjects. If we're not allowed to have different conversations, then what's the point of being on YouTube? What's the point of having these debates? We do not live in an echo chamber, people. I won't tell any of you how to feel. You can like Conte, you can dislike Conte, you can like Paratici, dislike him, you can love Enic, you can hate Enic. Everyone is welcome to their own opinion. But don't let anybody tell you can only think one thing. That is ridiculous. I can think as many things as I like at the same time. Yeah? Don't let people bully you into feeling that way. Anyway, I'm going to go. What will be, will be. If Conte goes, he goes. I won't lose any sleep. I won't lose any sleep over any manager going. Nothing will change until the owners go. That day, I will have a great sleep. As always, Enic and Levy out.